Hi, have a good day. My name is Dixie Galvez. Today is May uh, 3rd, 2021. Um, this is about regardless of the school district of Palm Beach County. Um, the information and the student handbook information and the parents. This is about the community service. Um, in the school district of Palm Beach County, they have a community service. Students of the school district of Palm Beach County are required to obtain a minimum of 20 community service hours to graduate from high school. Community service is also a requirement for many scholarships, bright futures, and college entrance programs. The purpose of the purpose of community service is for students to engage in activities that help them develop appreciation for the concept of service to the school or community. So, if the students of school district of Palm Beach County are obtain a minimum of 20 community service hours and to graduate from high school, so they can community service is also requirement for many scholarships, like example bright futures and the college entrance program. So the purpose of community service is for students to engage in activities that help them develop an appreciation for the concept of service to the school or community. The following guidelines must be followed to participate in activities that are considered acceptable for community service. Um, First, community service is defined as non-paid volunteer work for a non-profit agency. Number two, students may begin accumulating service hours as early as the summer prior to entry of the ninth grade year. Service should benefit the community at large. Working solely for an individual will not be acceptable. Working solely for an individual will not be acceptable. Hours must be documented in writing, either on a common community service log generated by the school or on a letterhead from the organization being served. Parent notification of a community service requirement is necessary. A school general notice will include the necessity of parental knowledge, supervision, while students are engaged in community service activities. Students who do not have access to community service opportunities must be provided opportunities on the school campus. It is the student's responsibility to alert the school counseling department that they are in need school access to community service. Time spent organizing and collecting canned goods, clothing, or bulk drives for community in need thus qualify as community service. Time spent organizing and collecting canned goods, clothing, or bulk drive for community in need thus qualify as community service. So they have this is the sample of the community service for a school. Service on behalf of a candidate for public office. The following are examples that would not count as community service. So, the rehearsal time for participation in a fine arts or performing arts program. So this is not considered as a community service. The following are examples that would not count or accept as a community service. So rehearsal time for a participation in a fine arts or performing arts program, practice time for sports and band, club meeting to organize community service activities, and donating canned goods or items to gain community service hours. So this is not acceptable as a community service. So donating canned goods or items for the community to gain a service hours, that's not acceptable as a community service. So parents cannot sign to verify a child's participation in a community service activity. School should have the community service hours entered onto the students' electronic records within 2 weeks after submissions. So this is the information about the community service of the students. So this if the students is volunteering a minimum of 20 community service hours to graduate from high school, and they can maybe requirements or the scholarship for the bright futures and the college entrance programs. So they need to be recorded their community service or what they do in their community. So don't serve something or make something that it doesn't even count. um, as for your school, what community service is counted for, because it says in here that they have some do that you have to do that is not count as a community service. And the complaints and the right to appeal, the school board of Palm Beach County believes in just treatment of all students and in providing a learning environment which is free from unfair or discriminatory practices. Procedures for disciplinary complaints and resolutions of discriminatory practice have been established. This is about the information for all the students and all the school and staff on the school district Palm Beach County, and that the students has to know also about the duties of the school principal. Okay, it's not only the students, but the students has to know what their duty is. Okay, the pursuant to Florida Statute 1001.54, district school board shall employ through written contract public school principals. The school principal has authority over school district personnel in accordance with Florida Statute 1012.28, shall fully support the authority of each teacher and school bus driver to remove disobedient, disrespectful, violent, abusive, uncontrollable, or disruptive students from the classroom and the school bus, and when appropriate and available, place such students in an alternative educational setting, shall provide instructional leadership in the development, revision, and implementation of a school improvement plan pursuant to Florida Statute 1001.42, close parentheses, 18. Must make the necessary provision to ensure that all school reports are accurate and timely, and must provide the necessary training opportunities for staff to accurately report attendance, FTE program participation, student performance, teacher appraisal, and school safety and discipline data. Is responsible for the management and care of instructional materials in accordance with the provisions of Chapter 1006. Shall fully support and cooperate in the implementation of Florida Statute 1002.23. So students, you have to know the principal has a duty to do, not only the students or teachers. About the educational technology, the online instructional resources. The school district of Palm Beach County provide numerous web-based instructional and communication resources especially intended for use by students and parents. Students can access instructional software, programs, and online resources at home and in school by logging into their student portal account. The portal can be accessed through the direct link of myisdpbc.org. Some resources in the portal may require a special username and password when connecting from outside of the district network. School media specialists, school technologists, or teachers can provide additional information about home access to these resources. The personalized learning resources. Several of our online learning programs are individualized to students and require a unique username. These tools allow students access to content that has been configured for their particular grade level. In addition, these tools can be used by teachers who wish to create assignments based on the needs of the students and the learning objectives for their class. Students can access personalized learning resources by logging into their student portal at www.myesdpbc.org using the sign-in link on the top of the district homepage. The online textbooks and resources. Sign-in link at the top of the district homepage. The majority of the applications are single sign-on. The School District of Palm Beach County, or SDPBC, provides instructional materials for courses that range from traditional printed materials to fully digital content. Currently, most courses have mixture of both, and in some instances, class sets of printed text may be assigned when the text is used as references. Most core courses have online platforms that allow teachers and students to use digital curriculum as part of the core instructions. These platforms and resources vary by subject matter and may require the teacher to actively assign the students resources activities to meet their individual needs. Students must be actively enrolled in an appropriate course class to gain access, and will find the links to their assigned textbooks platforms via the student text tile on their student portal. Many of the links will provide direct access, and a small number will require a unique username and password for access from school or home. The specific login instructions should be provided by their teachers. The researches and additional learning resources. The School District of Palm Beach County subscribe to a number of additional online databases and learning systems that allow our students to critical materials required for research as well as fun and interactive programs that extend their learning while away from school. These resources are an excellent place to start when students need help with homework. The resources are available in the student portal at www.myesdpbc.org. In most cases, a student login is required. If accessing from outside the student portal, school media specialists, school techs, or teachers can provide additional information about access to these resources. The SIS Gateway. The SIS Gateway provides parents and students with timely access to individual students' schedules, assignments, assessments, reports, attendance, and much more. Parents and students in secondary school will be able to see real-time grades and assignments. The SIS Gateway allows parents and students the ability to easily email teachers through these systems. Students have access to the SIS Gateway via the icon available in the district's student portal. Parents must register for their SIS Gateway account with an active email address. Parents should contact their child's school and ask the Gateway manager to get their activation code. The TechSafe program. The Department of Educational Technology provides all students with a TechSafe program. The TechSafe is an age-appropriate instructional program regarding technology and internet safety, cyberbullying awareness, and digital citizenship. The TechSafe program is intended to provide an opportunity for students to ask questions through a guide class educations. All kindergarten and 12th grade students who use district technology are required to receive this training in order to comply with the district policy 8.123 Technology Acceptable Use Policy for Students. Make sure that you use the emergency codes at school. So the students has emergency codes. So the code red, full lockdowns, mean no movement. That's the code on the red. Okay, so the students has emergency codes at school. So when the code red means full lockdown, no movements. When the code is yellow, modified lockdown, limited movement. And the code is blue means evacuation. So if that's blue, the code is evacuation. The code white means bomb threat, shelter in place. The code green's normal operation, all clear. So if the code is green, that means normal operation, all clear. So all district codes, parents and visitor are not to attempt to contact any student during the implementation of district emergency code. Parents should monitor local radio and television stations for more information. Depending on the length and severity of the emergency, parents will be contacted by Parent Link and are asked to monitor the Twitter, the PBE school is PD at PBECD. So that's the emergency codes on the school, on the students. So always remember that the code red is full lockdown, means no movement. Code yellow means modified lockdown, it's limited movement. And if the code blue means evacuate, you need to evacuate or evacuation. The code white, it's bomb threat, the shelter in place. And if it's a green means normal operation, all clear. We're talking about the exceptional student education, or ESE. We call this ESE, Exceptional Student Education. The district follow federal and state regulation and timelines regarding the identifications, request for consent to evaluation and placement of students with disability, as well as those who are gifted. If you suspect that your child has a disability or is gifted, contact your school ESE contact for further information. Parents may be accompanied by other adults of their choice of any meeting discussing their students. If your child is already identified as a student with disability, or SWD, SWD means student with disability, means SWD. Student, and there are any issues or concerns, contact your school's ESE contact. Parents will be provided with a copy of the Notice of Procedural Safeguards for parents of students with disability, which outline a parent's rights regarding notice of meetings, requests for re-evaluation, disputes, and other rights to which they are entitled under the Individuals with Disability Education Act, or IDEA. All decisions regarding SWD or students with disabilities students are made by the Individual Education Plan, or IEP team. For students who are gifted, decisions are made by the Educational Plan EP team. Thank you very much, and I appreciate it. And my name is Dixie Galvez. I was the parents too of my kids on the school district of Palm Beach County. Have a great day.